is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. All right, let's go ahead and open up the doors. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Daily with Doc. My name is Becca Dukes, and as the hostess of this program, I am so excited to welcome you to an hour of empowerment full of gratitude and thankfulness that we are where we are today. So folks, if you are watching this program and this program was being shared with you, you are in for a special day, as today we've got a lot of special guests on with us today who would like to, share a little bit of gratitude to the doctor who allows us to be where we're at. So Doc doesn't know this or not, but well, he does know that yesterday was his birthday, but he doesn't know that today we are extending the celebration here on Daily with Doc. So he has touched the lives of so many different people, starting at a very young age, where he was divinely directed to find solutions for things that he himself was actually faced with. And that just led to bigger and better things as he went on and worked his, well, okay, so folks, if you've got this little guy with a big anger issue, do you expect him to be able to participate in even letter in multiple sports? Go on to college and be able to function at a high capacity, discovering many things in a pathology lab, getting a Bachelor of Science in agriculture and plant and soil studies, going on to get a doctorate of veterinary medicine, finding one of the first mass die-offs from pollution in the agriculture world and discovering and identifying the cause, and then to be offered, because of that discovery, the opportunity of a lifetime to be part of an expedition that saves the white rhino. And after 2 years of being successful on that, being called back for even more, identifying what's causing poor health and demise in the animal and the human world, finding the cause of liver cancer in bears in zoos around the world, being part of a team that is working at the NASA Yerkes Primate Center with the monkeys and finding the first non-human case of cystic fibrosis, taking his findings, not telling them that it was from a monkey, sending it to the powers that be, saying, I think this is cystic fibrosis, with them coming back on letterhead saying, yes, this is a classic case of cystic fibrosis. And then he announces to them that this is from a Ricci monkey. And taking the pathology, the biopsies that he took from monkeys not even related, who also had this, and not only finding the first non-human case, but announcing that it's not a genetic disease. Folks, that is just the beginning of the greatness that this man has done in his short lifetime. Celebrating here in the U.S. his U.S. birthday of 84 years old, 85 in the Chinese calendar. I am honored to be able to present to you the man whose thesis is held in the Smithsonian as a national treasure. This little book right here weighs about, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds. Diseases of Exotic Animals, which is a book that's used in veterinary schools around the world. But folks, when you're looking at animals and mammals, that applies to humans too, where he then was able to be part of a study with his wife, Dr. Milan, in Qishan, China, where they did 1,700 autopsies on children 10 years old and younger, finding the cause of cardiomyopathy. Isn't it cardiomyopathy, Dr. Wallach?
It was Qishan disease, which was which is kind of the same thing as
Cardiomyopathy. It had to do, it was like muscular.
cardiomyopathy was SID, sudden death syndrome.
There you go. So, folks, he also sued the FDA 8 times because of his research and finding the new link between nutritional deficiencies and poor health conditions. He was able to sue with the help of his attorney, Jonathan E. Mord, running for Virginia State Senate at this moment. And he funded that by selling off his farm and his mother's farm and funding it all himself for the sake of humanity and wanting to create healthier lives and families around the world. So, Dr. Wallach, I just want to welcome you. And for those of you who are joining us that are here by special invitation, if you would raise your hand, that would be absolutely fantastic, as we will be going through Dr. Wallach. We have a few people that just want to say something to you. So Dr. Joel Wallach, I'm going to bring him on the screen with me. There you are. Welcome, Dr. Wallach, and happy birthday once again.
Well, thank you so very much for the kind words, and thank you for sharing our story, which has been long, and which I say the goal was to save as many human beings as we could. And of course, it was just mind-blowing, the things we were able to find and resolve. And so we're very proud of that. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you, Dr. Wallach. It's because of you that we're able to do what we do. You have empowered us with knowledge that allows us to be able to touch the lives of others in a mighty, mighty way. And as the hands are coming up, we have so many people that just want to say happy birthday and thank you to you, that we're just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started, Dr. Wallach.
Okay. I did want to mention the new book, Metabolic Syndrome.
Okay.
Just briefly, this book, Metabolic Syndrome, is my 4th major discovery. Number 1 was cystic fibrosis. Number 2 was muscular dystrophy. We got rid of muscular dystrophy. We got rid of sudden death syndrome, was number 3. And now we know how to get rid of the metabolic syndrome, number 4. Very proud of that. And it's all nutritional deficiencies. Nothing is genetic. I repeat that. None of these things are genetic, and medical doctors were saying they're genetic. And they would treat diseases for hundreds of years as a genetic disease, just treating the symptoms, when it was really just very simple nutritional deficiencies, and you give them the nutrients and keep the bad foods away from them, and the disease goes away.
Well, Dr. Wallach, the science of epigenetics, which you are one of the co-founding fathers of, when exactly was this discovered? Do you recall that it was in the 60s?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact dates, but it was in the 60s. And basically, up until that point, everything that doctors didn't understand, they said it was a genetic disease because they didn't want to say we don't know. So it was a genetic disease. Well, epigenetics, about a handful of us got together and said, look, we need to put all this into one chunk here somehow, and write a couple of books and start doing courses and lectures on these diseases that we know, I mean, without question, that these are not genetically transmitted diseases, they're just simple nutritional deficiencies. And that book is 550 pages. It's a big, thick book. Okay, yeah. And basically, it is the wake-up call for the medical profession. It's a wake-up call for the medical profession. And of course, they have kind of thrown things under the bus. And when you look at this, you know, it goes back to the land flowing with milk and honey. Okay. And of course, back 2,000 years ago, everybody thought it was cow's milk and goat's milk and stuff like that. But why were there people in these lands flowing with milk and honey living to be so long? You know, like Methuselah lived to be 969 years old. Why is that? Well, that's because it wasn't a genetic thing. Okay. And basically what it was the glacial milk, not cow's milk, glacial milk. You could be 2 miles away and looking at the mountains and see the stream coming down the side of the mountains that looked like milk because the rock dust was being ground up at the top of the mountains coming down in that stream. It made the water look like milk. Okay. But the problem was that the glacial milk wasn't the same everywhere it was found around the world. Some glacial milks had 3 minerals in it. Some glacial milks had 5. Some glacial milks had 10. Some glacial milks had 25. Some had 30. Some had 50. Some had 75. Some had 100. Well, glacial milks that had 75 to 100 minerals in it, those were the places that people lived a long time. Now, prior to all this, people were putting wood ashes and coal ashes from their fires, cooking fires, and so forth, night lights and so on. They're putting those ashes into the gardens as fertilizer. The plants would suck them up. But if there's only 3 minerals in there, the plants were happy, but the people would die in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s because they were only getting 3, 4, 5 minerals.
Well, forgive me for stopping you, Dr. Wallach. You've written all about that in this book called
Yes.
Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, folks. You can find Dr. Wallach's books at drjwallach.com. But Doc, we have some people that are on that need to get on to continuing to do what you have trained them to do. So I am first going to call on Dr. Randy Shannon. Dr. Randy Shannon, welcome to Daily with Doc, my friend. Oh, be able try now. There you go.
Thank you for getting me in. I teach class at 3:15, so I literally have 3 minutes. But Dr. Wallach, I just wanted to say happy birthday to the greatest doctor on the planet Earth. And I'm the luckiest doctor, naturopathic doctor alive to be working with you. So
we can't thank you enough, Dr. Randy, because you have been a beautiful angel of God running around and saving as many people as possible. We cannot thank you enough. We're looking for doing great things with you here in the near future.
That sounds amazing. And Dr. Wallach, there's so many people that want to talk to you. And I just want to send you lots of love from here in Miami, Florida. And God bless you. You are an amazing, brilliant human being.
Well, thank you so much for all the kind words. And again, you're going to be involved in a lot of projects. God bless.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you, Becca, for getting me up.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dr. Randy Shannon. Let's move right on to Karen. Karen, go ahead and unmute yourself. How are you today? Do you have a special message for Dr. Wallach on his birthday? Yep, unmute yourself, my dear. Go ahead.
Got it.
There you go.
Okay, Dr. Wallach, We're here to wish you happy birthday. You just get better and better with each year. We're here to wish you every kind of happiness, good times and good friends and good cheer throughout this common year. But you know what? Your cake will look just like a bonfire. You're gonna need some help to blow it out. So close your eyes and step right up and then blow out your candles. Happy birthday. We're so glad we are all here. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much for all the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So, Karen, thank you so much. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you. All right, let's move right on to the next. And we have pharmacist Ben Fuchs. Welcome to Daily with Doc, not on a Friday.
Nope, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Friday. Doc, not only celebrating your birthday, but your fellowship and friendship and mentorship and the incredible impact you've had on all of us. Your dedication to health and healing and helping to make the world a better place is truly, truly inspiring. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for the gift of being able to participate in longevity. You're a beacon of knowledge. It's such an honor to know you, such an honor to be working with you. May your birthday be filled with joy and laughter and the same warmth and joy that you bring to all of our lives. Here's to an awesome, awesome year with heartfelt gratitude and best wishes. Thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, and happy, happy, happy birthday.
Well, thank you, Pharmacist Ben. We appreciate all that you do because you are an angel of God, helping so many people. We can't thank you enough. God bless.
God bless you. Thank you so much, Doc.
All right, Dr. Wallach. And the next person, where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? So the next person that I would like to invite onto the screen with us. Hold on. Okay, so let's go ahead. Since we already have Dr. Ariaza on, go ahead and unmute Dr. Louis Ariaza and the crew. Welcome to Daily with Doc.
Hello, Doc. How are you?
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
I know we called you last night and wished you a happy birthday, but I just want to thank you so very much. This is for my wife, our family, our kids. We just want to thank you so very much for the work, for your endeavor, for your passion, for your purpose. You know that every day we are out there pounding the pavement, knocking on doors, making phone calls to get your message into as many households as possible. We hold you in high esteem with the Martin Luther Kings and the Cesar Chavez and the Mother Teresa's, because that's the impact that you have had on people's lives. 2 days ago, something happened that had never happened in the country of Mexico. There was, for the first time, a woman president. It has never ever occurred. A woman president, Miss Claudia Pardo, won as president of Mexico. And I believe that your level of influence and your level of value equates to something like that, Dr. Wallach. So I just want you to know that for the rest of our lives, as long as we have, a heart that's beating and air that's breathing, we're going to be sharing the 90 for Life message. We're going to be sharing your message and putting your product in as many households as possible. So we love you and we thank you, Dr. Wallach. Because of you, my wife and I and my 3 boys have a spectacular life and an incredible lifestyle. So thank you, Dr. Wallach. And yes, this is Corinthian leather, what you see right now. So that is because of you, and that is because of Tom Chanel. So thank you, Dr. Wallach. We love you. I don't know if Steve and Michelle are on. We love them. And may God bless you for at least another 35 to 40 more years. Longevity in longevity. Dr. Wallach, we love you.
Oh, thank you so much for all the kind words and sharing your story. It's a very valuable story to share with everybody because it's a reproducible story. That's the greatest thing about the whole thing is it's reproducible. It's not just one person. Everybody doing these things and following God's words and doing all the things we know are correct and true, everybody's going to get the same result. Thank you.
All right, and next, We have the man that was instrumental in me hearing the message, and that is Michael Zerling. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my friend. Thank you so much, Michael, for all that you have done in getting Dr. Wallach on the radio with what was and is known as the Dead Doctor Don't Lie. Michael.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, all of the speakers before me. How do you follow you guys? I mean, you guys are so articulate, but I know it comes from the heart, as is mine. One of the greatest moments of my life was in November of 1994, when I first connected with Dr. Wallach. He was interested in getting on the radio to do a 1 hour once a week daily 1 hour once a week alternative health call-in show on talk radio. And I was the relatively new owner of a news talk radio station, KSCO, here at serving Santa Cruz, the Monterey Bay area, and Silicon Valley. And little did I know that phone call, that initial phone call, would lead to an incredible life for me, as did Dr. Ariaza say just a few moments ago. I never in a million years dreamed that what that phone call would lead to, because what we did, we put Doc on Sunday morning, and he invited people to call in with their health challenges, and he made recommendations about what they should do. And within 2 or 3 shows, people were amazed at what they heard. They never heard anybody like Doc Wallach. Even my mother, she said, "Who is this guy?" And I said, "Well, he's a doctor who contacted us to find out about getting a regular talk show." Anyhow, getting to know Doc and his message and what he stands for over the next couple of years. I knew Doc for almost 2 years before I learned that the business model that Doc uses is the network marketing business model. And that got my mind thinking. Wow, I had gotten so many accolades. My station had gotten so many accolades for even having this unique person on the air every week. And by that time, it had grown to a couple of times a week, because we're so shocked that he said, "Do you have any more time that we can get on the air?" Well, well, one thing led to another, and somehow I got the idea of putting Doc on the most prime time we have on KSCO. 30 years was the 12 noon to 1 p.m. Time slot, immediately following the Rush Limbaugh show. Now, all of you know that Rush Limbaugh was the most popular talk radio personality of all time. He is no longer living, unfortunately, but to this day, no one can even come close to the impact that Rush had in terms of audience building. So we put Doc on right after the Rush Limbaugh program, and it was the smartest decision that I've ever made, both for my business, for KSCO, and for the health of many, many people. I do believe that many people on this phone call who never even heard my name, because I've been sort of in the background for several years, are in longevity because of the radio, even without even knowing, or even without even hearing of Alex Jones or George Norrie. Now, these people who listen to talk radio a lot know those names. There are a lot of people who don't listen to talk radio, and one thing leads to another. Anyhow, here we are, I don't know, 27, 28 years later, and I'm looking back at my life as the owner of an independent radio station, and every day that passes, independent people and independent businesses are struggling more and more and more and more. And the world has been taken over by corporate everything. And I'm proud to be able to continue my work as a beacon of independent thinking and free speech and so forth. And I owe that to Dr. Wallach and Longevity. So thank you very much, Doc. I love you, and happy birthday.
Well, thank you so very, very much. God bless you, MZ. It's been a fabulous run, and of course, it's not ended. I think we've got another 100 years left.
At least.
Least. Thank you so much, MZ, for all that you have done, because what you did is what has contributed to my success story and putting me where I am. So thank you, MZ. Next, let's go to Tom Chenault. Hello, Tom. Welcome to Daily with Doc.
Daily with Doc. Hello, everybody. Wow, Michael Zwirling, Ben Fuchs, Ted Anderson, Phyllis Anderson, unbelievable. Raymond and Yolanda Brown, Dr. Louis Avelia. I mean, the people that followed Dr. Wallach into the foxhole, never to have Dr. Wallach leave them in the foxhole without him being in there. I've never met a guy who fought for the little guy like all of us more in my entire life. And this guy is alive. He is feisty. He has been through it. He takes a licking, whether it was 9/11 and being in that van traveling across the nation because the airplanes weren't flying and he wasn't about to leave anybody on the beach, to fighting through all kinds of adversity to be the man that he is today and show us how to be the men and women that we need to be today to spread this message. And yeah, you've helped us all have an unbelievable life financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. But it's even bigger than that because you taught us how to give what you taught us away. And, you know, you take a look at Jesus Christ and the exact same thing happened. He just went out there and found some complete crazy people to help spread the message. And we've done it. And you have never, ever, ever abandoned us, Dr. Wallach. And of all the things I love you about you, that's probably the number one. I can wake you up at 3 a.m, or I can call you back 24 hours at 3 a.m, and you're there. I mean, never met anything like it. You're my man. I love you. Denise wants to say something too.
Oh, I didn't know if I was going to be able to. Hi, Doc. I love you. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. It's very kind. I want to thank Tom here before we go on.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for all you did and all we're doing. We have many, many years ahead of us. Because the good Lord has found in his love for us to provide time and exposure so we can spread the message of health and the message of getting health to other people. Thank you.
Bang, bang.
Well, 25 years ago, Tom and I got married in July in Florida. And we got home to Colorado, and a week later we drove out to Lake Tahoe. And that was the very first time that I met you 25 years ago this summer. And I think it was the second annual convention. And there were just a handful of people there, but it was the beginnings of the most incredible life. And it's all because of you. And I so appreciate and so love you and your vision and your dedication. And we couldn't love you anymore, Doc.
Well, thank you so much. God bless you. You're a great couple. You're a great example for the world. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank you so much, Tom and Denise, for joining us today. And let's go to another person that has been very instrumental in my life, and that is Dr. Joanne Conway. Hello, Dr. Conway. I don't know if you want to turn your camera on or not, but you are live with Dr. Wallach.
Well, you know, it's a wonderful thing, and I would love to turn my camera on, and for some reason I cannot figure out how to do this on my phone, but that's beside the point. I want to say hello and happy birthday to Dr. Wallach. It is so amazing to think that sometime, I don't know, 22 or so years ago, when I met you, you helped to change my life and helped to change the life of my son, and have continued to change our lives for all of these years. I just want to say thank you to you. I just want you to know how much we appreciate you and how much we appreciate all you've done, not only for us, of course, but for everyone else as well. And appreciate the time that we've spent together and the fun that we've had together. So looking forward to many more opportunities to spend time with you and have fun with you. But have a wonderful day, Doc. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you so much for all the kind words, and we have many, many, many years ahead of us.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we can't let Methuselah set all the records.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Joanne Conaway. And if there's anybody else, I have more hands. If you want to give a special thank you to Dr. Wallach, please go to that option in the Zoom menu and raise your hand. I know John Taylor was here, Dr. Wallach. He just wanted to thank you for giving him the opportunity to use his skills in the background as he was able to help touch lives also, Dr. Wallach. And next, I want to introduce to you Yolanda Brown. Go ahead and unmute yourself, my beautiful friend.
Hello, 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 hello. You know, to everyone, good afternoon. But to Doc, you know, I would say good morning. The sun never, ever goes down when it comes down to you. Never, ever.
Very sweet. Thank you so much.
Yes, I remember back in 2010 when you came to Michigan and you gave us your story as far as why longevity. We were with Escape, and I'll never forget the empathy that you had towards everyone, just letting us all know that you know how we were feeling as far as what's next, but that longevity was there to help us move forward and to be accepted and to move forward. And what the products that we had, in particular, all these Radical, we were embraced. And it felt like coming home, and it still feels like home. But that's because of you, and it's because of that lady that's always next to you, Dr. Milan. And what's more important is because of all the leaders that are here supporting your mission. And we say it every Thursday night, and I'll say it today. That mission is truly about to stop human suffering, and that's physically as well as financially. We do have a mission with the commission about nutrition. And we understand it, we love it, but it is because of you. So happy birthday today, but happy birthday every day from us. We love you dearly.
Well, thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for the wisdom you spread amongst humanity. We can't thank you enough for being an angel of God. Thank you.
Thank you. And Raymond told me to make sure that I said, Doc, 0090, he is 00 soul. So there you go.
Thank you.
Love it. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Yolanda, for coming on and representing you and Raymond. Greatly appreciate all that both of you do also in this mission. Dr. Wallach, next we're going to go over to Phyllis. Sorry, Phyllis is next with her hand up. Hello, Phyllis.
Hello, Doc. I will just never forget the moment back in '97 when we got that phone call from Michael saying, hey, do you want to work with Dr. Wallach? And he was telling us about the products. And this was so important to me. I said, Michael, are the products any good? And he said, yes, they're great. They're the best. And we went on faith and confidence, and that has just paid off over and over so many times. And we got to know you and travel with you and just have such fun times on the road. And even though we had both sworn off network marketing, we were never going to do another network marketing business ever again. But thank goodness we got with the right one, and we were able to just pour our heart and soul into it. And obviously you have poured yourself into this company over and over again, and look at all the people that you have so powerfully influenced. And we're living younger, longer, hope we're better looking, and it'll go on for another 40, 50, 60 years, I have no doubt. So we wish you just the happiest of birthdays. And you're the angel, and we're taking that on ourselves as best we can. So God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for all the great things you guys do. And thank you for all the kind words. And we can't applaud you enough, because I figure really if Methuselah had 969 years, why not us?
Why not?
That's right. Why not us? Thank you so much, Phyllis. Appreciate you coming on and sharing that. Now let's go over to Dave Michaels. Dave, go ahead and unmute yourself. If you'd like to come on camera, you're more than welcome to do so, my friend.
Yeah, well, maybe someday I'll do that. But for right now, I just want to keep myself a mystery. I usually run around with a paper bag on my head, and that's how I hide myself out in public. But today I just had the camera turned off. Anyways, Dr. Wallach, I want to say thank you for the opportunity that you have provided for me and my family. I tell you what, it has made such a huge difference, especially coming from a town like where I come from. And, it was a business opportunity that just wasn't offered anywhere else. And it has made a huge difference, like I said, in my life, for me and my kids. I can't thank you enough for the opportunity. It's just one more blessing on the many that I have in my life, and working with Longevity has just been great. It's been absolutely
Thank you so much for
one of the best
sharing that information, because when people realize, when they learn something and send it down into their organization, they're acting in a way that most medical doctors never do. You're being proactive. You're going out there and helping people who need help. Doctors are waiting in their office for people to come to them. Okay, so we cannot thank you for the things that you've done and the way you've done them. Thank you.
Oh, and one of the best things about it, Dr. Wallach, is that the products work. I mean, they really, really work. That's the bottom line. And to sell something like that, it is no problem. It's an absolute pleasure to sell it. I deal with hundreds of people every month. I see their faces. They come in and I counsel them. I see them every month, Dr. Wallach. And I tell you what, it's a blessing, again, a blessing. So thank you very much, Dr. Wallach. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Thank you so much. God bless.
All right, next I would like to bring to the screen with me Mr. Ted Anderson. Ted, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Well, hey, thanks, Becca. And my gosh, this is so fun. Dr. Wallach, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I can say too, just like repeating the stories that I'm already hearing. I mean, my goodness, I was busy with business, but I certainly wasn't busy with health. And I was just going down the wrong track. I would be very surprised if I was able to do what I do now if I didn't have you. Now, the business side of it has just been fantastic too. And it's because your products are so great, your philosophy, well studied. You've done the homework. You've made it all available for us. You work like the ever-ready bunny. I mean, my gosh, you were traveling all the time. COVID knocked that down, but it probably needed to be that way, because now technology has taken us forward. And it is so awesome to be able to wish you a happy birthday. And, thank Milan for putting up with you for so long, and how everything is just fantastic. Happy birthday, Doc.
Okay, well, Milan and I thank you for all the things you do and all the people you help. They're what should I say, uncountable, the number of people you've helped. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's been nothing but a big blessing for everybody. There's no question about it.
Thank you, Ted, for all you do and helping to spread the message through the many years of GCN, Genesis Communication Network. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate you very much. Next, let's go over to Zach. Zach, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Dr. Wallach, I promised you I would bring my 94-year-old father on camera. He's taking a little nap. This is my father, 94.
That's fabulous.
He's waving.
He wakes up 3 times during the night, and he wants to bring in wood for the fireplace. He's active, and it's because of you. It's because of what you told us to eat 4 to 6 eggs a day, eat salt, get rid of the bad foods. That's why I'm able to be at home and be with my father because of your philosophy. It's hard not to cry, Dr. Wallach. 7 years ago, I almost lost my dad.
Well,
He was getting dementia.
He's a member of our family, and he's a great example, and we can't thank you and he enough. God bless.
We love you, the Galvez family, because the son's alive. My father, he's going to travel in this month again. He's overcome dementia. His thyroid is back working the way it's supposed to. I look at his skin, 94, just like yours, Dr. Wallach. Our skin is fresh. His mind is all there.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
But
you can be 900 years old and your mind be perfect as long as you're doing all the good stuff and staying away from all the bad stuff.
Thank you, Becca, for the whole team. and we speak of you 5 days a week. We have a group of over 20. It's nonstop. Everything you share, you're helping a lot of lives in the Hispanic Mexican community. There's so many testimonies that I want you to hear. People that couldn't have children, people that were ready for surgery. It blows my mind. I didn't think I have so much love, and there's a lot of people. We love you. Happy birthday, Dr. Wallach, and may you live many more years.
Thank you. And of course, since you mentioned Rebecca, she's one of God's angels. She does so much for so many people, and it's kind of endless. 37 hours a day.
She is. Thank you, Becca. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Jan,
Say
for
bye.
being
Let's
fantastic. I love it. I love it. Doc, we've got people out on YouTube. We've got Dave and Enzo and Deb and Debbie all wanting to wish you a happy birthday from their family, saying thanks for all the precious information from Italy. So thank you, Enzo. Happy birthday, Doc. Happy birthday, Dr. Wallach. Debbie says, my family appreciates you. Happy birthday, Dr. Wallach. We've got many people here in the Zoom saying happy birthday as well. Let's next go to AJ. AJ, go ahead and unmute yourself.
I probably shouldn't be on the screen with all these star-studded folks, but I had to say happy birthday, Doc. And also just got to give a testimony about how this weekend we're in Indian Wells and we're all working and we want to pack it in. And you know who's the one who wants to keep it going and has endless energy is the 84-year-old man we're celebrating today. He's the one that's pushing it till the end with more strength and stamina than all of us. And I really appreciate your leadership, and I'm really glad to know you.
Well, thank you. You did a great job there. You were tireless. You and your team, can't thank you enough. And the world thanks you. God bless you, Sir AJ.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
Yes, thank you, AJ. And that, I mean, tell you what, folks, every night we were there till the last minute, and the last day we were there till after 11 p.m. helping people, helping them get what they need, because they're realizing that what they're doing just was not working with the standard medical system. And Dr. Wallach's programs are truly changing lives. Next, let's go to TC. TC, go ahead and, wait, where'd it go? There you are. Go ahead and unmute yourself, TC.
Hey, everyone. I just want to do a quick follow-up about my mother. Who's 94 years old. I told you about her, that she had a blood clot and osteoporosis. And she was in a nursing home. She came home in April, but she's been taking the supplements that you told me to have her take. She's been taking them for about a month now. And she was, in bed a lot, not able to walk, but she had some nurses and therapists help her. But she's up on her feet now, and she was using a walker, but now she just uses a cane. just for balance. And sometimes she can wash the dishes. And so she's up and about a little more now than she was. Another thing I wanted to mention is I didn't mention this before, but on the skin, like sometimes there's like they look like blackheads or moles, but that's not what they are. They're kind of cardiovascular related. And then you had mentioned before that if you have those on the skin, then if you're going to have one on the skin, then you have millions of little ones in your body. I don't know what you would call those, but she had one on her forehead and one near her temple and a small one on her arm. And they were black, but the one on her forehead now looks kind of light brown. So it looks like it's getting a lighter color and clearing up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, these things are manifestations of things going on with blood vessels, tiny little aneurysms in the blood vessels, and because of lack of minerals. You take the minerals, stay away from the bad stuff so you can absorb them. Take the 90 essential nutrients and take the anti-inflammatory things. Get the immune system going with the I-26, and these things all go away.
Yeah. Well,
and that's after 1 month, folks. TC,
sorry,
thank you so much for coming on and sharing that. That you said 1 month she's been on the program.
Yeah, she's been taking it for about a month now. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And that's
wonderful.
For now. I just wanted to follow up with that and let you know.
Thank you.
Okay. And happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Dr. Wallach, next let's bring Rod to the screen with us. Rod, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Is this Rod, the famous Rod?
Hey, Doc, this is Coach Rod again. How you doing?
Okay, sir.
Good. I just want to say thank you and happy birthday to a fellow Gemini. My birthday tomorrow, yours today or yesterday. And I want to thank you for being the example that we need to see. As AJ said, man, we work from the morning to the middle of the night. Doc, you are truly the Energizer Bunny. You didn't want a lunch break. You didn't worry about eating. All you were interested in helping those people. And I'm thinking like, we were talking about, we were tired, we were hungry, we were standing up. I had to take a break a couple of times, and Doc said to him, Doc, can you take a break? Nope, I don't need to take a break. I don't need to do anything. You just want to help people. And it's good to see you walk the walk, and a lot of people talk the talk, but to see you, even your eating habits and the way you eat and not eating any trash or eating gluten or eating out or just grabbing something because you're hungry, but just being the example that you are and not just talk about it. And I just appreciate you. I thought I was a hard worker until I met you and AJ, and now it's time for me to revamp and do it right because you are truly the most positive example that I ever seen. I thank you for helping me and giving me a new direction. Since I retired, I was thinking about going back to school and doing all these things, but you gave us a mission. You gave me purpose all over again. And for the next chapter, I have something to do. And I see that the mission is way bigger than all of us. And I thank you for being that example. So happy birthday. And thank you, Doc, for being the perfect example of what you believe in. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Rod. You are fabulous. We appreciate all you did because you were part of a great army. You and AJ and Rebecca and all the other people we had working there. We cannot thank the team enough. And so thank you for all you did. God bless you.
Thank you, Doc. It was an honor.
All right. Thank you, Coach Rod. Yeah, I had an amazing team there, Dr. Wallach. Absolutely amazing. And I think Amy wants to say something. If so, Amy, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Say something, Amy. Yeah.
Hi. First, I will say happy birthday to
Thank
Dr.
you.
Wallach.
Thank you.
You are amazing. Every time I think about you during the world cruise, I'm taking this longevity products and I never get sick for 111 days.
And everybody else did.
Everybody's lots of people sick, so that's a proof how important your vitamins. Before that, I was took lots of other vitamins, other products, but then nothing's like that. So you are the godsend. Really.
Well, thank you. It's very kind. God bless you.
So,
thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you so much, Amy and MZ, as the two of you are continuing to spread the message. We appreciate you both.
oh yeah, it's only the beginning.
That's right.
That's right. Only the
We've got
beginning.
another 1,000 years left.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There will eternity. Yeah.
Eternity.
Eternity.
That's right. Well,
infinity.
Infinity.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Wallach, here in the Zoom, we have Dave and Pam in the thumb. I don't know if they want to unmute. They, many years had you also on their Zoom. So Dave and Pam, would you like to say something to Dr. Wallach? I see you unmuted. Oh, no. I'm not quite sure.
Sometimes they have a little bit of a struggle out of Michigan.
Well, let's go ahead and let's see. I have any more hands. I know there's a lot of people that are here in the Zoom room that had mentioned. Did I hear them? No. Okay, but they said in the chat, thank you so much, Dr. Wallach, for all that you do, and happy birthday. We also have Marilyn saying happy birthday, and we have Dr. Carrie saying happy birthday, and she's just excited about all the testimonials that are being shared. We've got let's see, there were some people out on YouTube that Phyllis had mentioned were saying hello and agreeing that you are the Energizer Bunny personified. We have Doug saying happy birthday. And Donald just wanted to say thank you, TC, for sharing your family's benefits that you have realized. And let's go over to Marilyn. Marilyn, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Did I? Can you hear? Okay.
Yes.
There we are.
Just want to thank you so much, Dr. Wallach. My husband and I, we wouldn't be here today without you. We both had some major health issues, and I just want to thank you so much for being a part of this show. I love being a part of spreading this message with you. It's really a blessing, and you're a blessing from God. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. You and your husband are blessings from God because you're out there sharing the message. You're helping many, many, many people. A lot of people, you know, they get a blessing and then they just go back quietly and do their thing at home. And you're out there making sure everybody knows what they can do for their families. Thank you.
Every day, 24 hours. If I get a call, I'm answering it.
Thank you.
Yes, Marilyn is definitely an asset to our team. And folks, if you Thank you. I was like, don't mute me. But if you're out on YouTube or any of the different platforms watching this live or the replay, you're missing out because Marilyn does such a fantastic job as a stenographer, as Tom mentioned earlier today, but doing that dictation and putting it into the chat is just a blessing for those who cannot write as fast as Dr. Wallach speaks, but she sure can type. So thank you, Marilyn, for doing that and allowing us to be able to put that up for people here in the Zoom. Because of privacy reasons, we do not have that up on the different platforms. So thank you, Marilyn. And let me see, do we have any additional hands up? Dr. Wallach, I just want to take this time to thank you for allowing me to be here with you, especially the last 2 years. I mean, we've been doing a show now for, I think, almost 4. The last 2 years, we have been able to be on 5 days a week with Daily with Doc. So thank you, Dr. Wallach, as you are definitely a mentor to me in showing what it takes to really touch lives, and that purpose never ends. It never sleeps. And because of technology, I love the fact that we are able to reach so many people, Dr. Wallach. And I just thank you so much for the message, for giving me my life back, for giving me the opportunity to share with others that you don't have to live with these things that they say are genetic, because they're not genetic.
Yeah. Well, your story's in the flip chart. And so I can't thank you enough for sharing your story. And people get to read it and see you before and after.
Yeah, so I have kind of a mid and after. I haven't found the before and after that actually is clear enough to put on next to each one. But Dr. Wallach, one thing that I am very thankful that you allowed me to be able to share some more of my story and allow me to be part of putting the newest book together, The Metabolic Syndrome, because there were several of these things that I had going on. And folks, you can get your copy of The Metabolic Syndrome by giving a call to the Wellness Publications. That number is 619-420-2435. Or if you'd like to have a toll-free number, it's 1-800-755-4656. And one thing that I wanted to do, Dr. Wallach, because people are always asking, what is on the good foods, bad foods list? Or what should I eat? Or is there a special diet? Well, you turn the back of this book around and there it is, easy to find, no guessing as to what is on the bad foods and what is on the good foods. And it's small enough, ladies, you can even slip this in your purse and take it with you when you go shopping. Focus on this good foods list and making sure that what goes in your cart is here. For me, when I focused on the things I couldn't have in the beginning, I wanted it more. But once I start getting that nutrition or started to get that nutrition into my body, I no longer had those cravings for the sugary foods, the starchy foods, the fried foods. It's amazing what your body can do when given the right stuff.
Yeah, well,
so I was able to focus
Becca,
on those good
thank you for
foods.
sharing your story, Becca. Of course, the information in this book can add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life. Okay, the metabolic syndrome was thought to be a genetic complex by the medical system in 1945. And right now, here's some terrible statistics. 33 to 34% of adults, both male and females in America, have the metabolic syndrome. Men are 40.6%, women 39.1%. And doctors want you to believe it's genetic. No, it's all just simple nutritional deficiencies. You get rid of all the bad stuff, the bad foods to maximize absorption, keep your gastrointestinal health healthy. Take your 90 essential nutrients and whatever specific secret sauces you need for any health things you have. And don't forget the metabolic syndrome. You have to have abdominal obesity. You have to have type 2 diabetes. You have to have hypertension. And then there's all those 25 diseases in that list on the cover that often go along with the metabolic syndrome because it's all just nutritional deficiencies. And when you have one nutritional deficiency, you can have 5, you can have 10, you can have 25 or 50 of them. And doctors want to give you one medicine to relieve the symptoms in your right knee. Okay. And so they miss it very badly. And so this book, The Metabolic Syndrome, which is the title of the book, it goes along with It's All in Your Head. Those two books can relieve and again, I don't know, hundreds of diseases. And it's just been, taken off like crazy. And so we're so happy to have these two books out there because everybody can read them. We've put them in. You don't have to have 17 different degrees, to read those two books. They're easy to comprehend. Lots of pictures that show you things that are going on. And we just bought a new company. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. We just bought a new company that's been around for 25 years. And it's got so many new things that's adding to our repertoire. It's going to run us up another couple of notches. So we're so happy about that. Thank you, Rebecca.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Wallach. And folks, again, give Wellness Publications a call. You get your copy of It's All in Your Head if you don't have it already, and the Metabolic Syndrome, because they are life-changing. In fact, Dr. Wallach, we sold out of this book by the middle of the second day when we were in contact at the conference. So I was super excited, all the lives that we were able and available to be able to touch. And that's something that we need to do more and more of, is folks, get the message out there. If you are already distributors with Youngevity, that was started with Dr. Wallach, he's stepped away from it, but is now turned it over to his son, Steve, and his wife, Michelle, who are just amazing people who really have a heart to help others as well, like Dr. Wallach does. Share the message. There's events happening all around the world, whether it's one-time big events, whether it's small farmers markets. There's events where people go that are looking for what we have. And if you are not part of the Youngevity family yet, or you've been taking the products and you want to go more into sharing this message, get back with the person that shared this program with you. They cared enough to share this program with you. So we want to make sure that you tell them, thank you. How can I help you spread this message? If there's no one to thank, feel free to give our team a call at 855-949-3377, 855-949-3377, or you go to our website, as this program is sponsored by DailywithDoc.com. Again, that's DailywithDoc.com. Use that contact option to send us a message and say, hey, I want to be part of the solution. Because, folks, there's a lot of issues out there that they're told are idiopathic. They don't know the cause. Dr. Wallach, he figured it out decades ago. And now that we have heard the message, it's our job to share with others. So, Dr. Wallach, thank you again. One, for having a birthday. And thank you to everybody who joined us today. Super excited to have a star-studded show where people who have been sharing your message, changing lives, have also been able to change their own life and not only thrive physically, but also financially. Dr. Wallach, it's all because of you. You started it. It's all your fault. So thank you.
It's actually teamwork. We'll thank the Lord for the teamwork.
That's right. Absolutely. We got more people out on YouTube and Facebook saying, happy birthday, Dr. Wallach. And until next time, we'll see you tomorrow. As Dr. Wallach mentioned, Youngevity did acquire another company we're super excited about. We're going to share a little bit about a couple of the products that are coming to the table to be even more of a nutritional benefit to you and your loved ones. My name is Becca Dukes, and I cannot forget, if I could get my team on the screen with us, Dr. Wallach, because we could not do the show without them.
Go for it.
And we have Albert way down south in South Africa, who's helping to let people in.
Alles van die beste.
Yes, Alice van is Bundy.
Alles van die beste, dokter, vir jou verjaarsdag.
Thank you. We have Phyllis, who is on with us as well. We have pharmacist Ben, who is very close in my upline and another mentor of mine. We have Marilyn. We have AJ, and Rod was here. Where are you, Rod? And Dr. Wallach, Albert wants to sing something for you. Go for it, Albert.
Right, doctor, I'm going to sing to you in Afrikaans. So,
baie dankie.
All right, here goes. Veel geluk, my liewe dokter, omdat jy verjaar, mag die Here jou seën. en vir nog vele jare spaar. Hip hip.
Yeah, buy a
Hooray.
donkey, buy a donkey.
So just a quick translation. I said, happy birthday, my dear doctor, because it's your birthday, and may the Father spare you for many more years.
Thank you. Yeah, my 2 years in Africa with you in South Africa were great. We saved the white rhino, and we built tremendous international friendships and support. Thank you for all you do. God bless.
It's a pleasure, Doctor, and let's hope that South Africa and Africa now get to speak the word of Dr. Wallach and what you have taught us all to do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Albert. And thank you, everybody. If you're watching on one of the platforms and you have the opportunity to say hello, please let us know where you're joining us from. And most of all, if you hear any of our messages, at which you can find them by just doing a search, Daily with Doc, on any search engine, that's the word, you will find us with Daily with Doc and Becca, and then also Pharmacist Fridays. We're going to have Pharmacist Ben on Friday. Folks, our message is put out there so you can share it with those that are hurting, because there's no reason for people to be just barely surviving when they can thrive. Share it with them. Bye for now. Educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.